Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to be doing my April book haul and April wrap up. So I'm doing them both in one video just because in April I only bought the one book, so there's no point just doing the one video for the one book. So the book I bought in April was A Murder in Tyne by Julie McLewan, I think it is. So this has been on my TBR for quite a while. It's an historic fiction featuring an FBI agent who gets sent back in time and she decides to solve a murder of a child. So I think it's right up my alley. It's a historic fiction, like I said. It's also got crime in. So yeah, I hope this will be really good. So the books in April, I read 4 altogether, which is quite good. One book did take me over a week to read, so that's why I didn't read as much as I wanted to. But the first book I read was Stealing Snow by Danielle Page. So again, this is a book that has been on my TBR for a while and I've finally given it a go. Basically, this follows a young girl called Snow who lives in basically a young lunatic asylum because she tried walking through a mirror when she was younger. She then gets sent into another world where it turns out she is going to be the future queen, and it's her destiny to kill the king and take over this snow place. I don't know what it's called, but it's quite good. It's nice to see Snow. She's a bit naive, but she's a fast learner, and other characters as well. It's really good, and I loved the ending. There was a twist that I did not expect, and I cannot wait to give the sequel a go. The next book I read was Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Now this book, I'd heard a lot about it but I wasn't that interested in it, but then it came in my fairy loot box for March and I gave it a go. It's a very slow book to begin with. This is the book that took me over a week to read, and I was about to put it in my did not finish pile, but then I persevered with it and it did get a lot better. So I would recommend this. It's really good. It's really different as well. It basically follows Laszlo, who's a librarian, and he is fascinated by this town called Weep. It's kind of a town that everyone knew the name of, but then suddenly the name was erased from everyone's memory, so they call it Weep. There's a travelling team from Weep who come and they take Laszlo with him to solve the problem of Weep. There's another character in it who I don't really want to mention because I think you better read it and see for yourself, because this other character, it does give away the plot quite a bit, and I love how they both come together because it is a really good way, really good plot, and I can't wait for the sequel. I'm just scared that it did kind of end on a cliffhanger, and from that cliffhanger I think the sequel might be a bit predictable, so I'm just hoping it's not and Laini Taylor can just take it in another direction. The next book I read was Hagseed by Margaret Atwood. Now this is a retelling of The Tempest by William Shakespeare, which is my favourite Shakespeare play, and this was a lot better than I thought it would be. It basically follows a gentleman called Felix, and he is a theatre manager at a festival until he gets sacked by his supposed to be friend, and then it kind of goes into the future. A few years later he's planning his revenge and he gets chosen to be the lead teacher at a prison, and he decides to go through Shakespeare plays to teach these men, these convicts, about life, and he decides to use Tempest and he kind of acts his revenge out through that, and it is very good. It's great to see how the prisoners doing the play and learning about the play versus what actually happens and how Felix gets his revenge on his colleague. It is really good, and it did teach me a lot more about the play as well, which I really enjoyed. And the last book I read in April was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now I read this years ago at secondary school and I hated it so much. I thought I would give it a go just to see if my views on it have changed, and they really have. I was hooked and I loved this so much. I think I'm going to do a review on it just because I think it is a very important book that everyone should read at least once. But yeah, I think reading it when I'm older is a lot better than reading it back when I was about 15, just because I didn't really get it. And also reading books in school, you kind of don't like them just because you're forced to read them anyway, but I did really like it. If you don't know, To Kill a Mockingbird follows a young girl called Jem and her brother Jem and her father Atticus. Atticus is a lawyer and he was chosen to defend a black gentleman called Tom because he had supposedly raped a white girl, and it just follows that and how Jem and Scout deal with all the prejudice, and that you see them learn about why people treat black people the way they should and why it's not right, and I did really like it. Yeah, that's all for this video. Like I said, I've done quite well this month. Hopefully next month I'll read a bit more. Just that recently I have been reading a bit slower, but I don't mind that. You know, I don't want to rush books just to get a longer video. But yeah, that's been quite good. I did like those books. If you want to, you can comment down below, or you can like this video and subscribe to this channel. And as usual, there's my Tumblr, Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram and Snapchat to follow. So I will see you later with a new video. Bye!